Mr. Collins, go ahead and unmute yourself, okay?
You said it was being live streamed.
Yes, it is.
This is cause number 2021-61077 in the interest of Alangelo Collins Jr. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Alangelo Collins Sr., I'm the father.
All right, and for the state?
Kavita Sharma.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Raven Nicole Harper, was personally served on October 4th, 2021 at 204 North Highland Street, Seminole, Oklahoma. She's not filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. She was also given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail return receipt requested that was delivered November 23rd, 2021, and she is not checked in. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you. Judge, I'd like to call Mr. Alangelo Collins.
All right.
Can you state your full name for the court?
Alangelo Brandon Collins Sr.
And we're here for one child, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is your child?
He's 4.
And you are now in possession of your child, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the court to order that there is a parent-child relationship between you and the child, making this a legal relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
And you came into contact with your child, you came in possession of your child in August of 2020?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
What were those circumstances that you came to have possession of the child?
I got a phone call from the pediatric ward in Missouri stating that my son had been overdosed on Tylenol and his kidneys was failing him.
Okay. And since then, you have been taking care of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Has the mother contributed to caring for the child since you came in possession?
No, ma'am.
When was the last time the mother saw the child?
March of this year. And then she came back August and then she left again.
Okay. And where is she currently living?
Oklahoma.
Why do you believe she is, oh, hold on, I'm sorry, Judge, scratch that. And you're asking the court to make you the sole managing conservator of the child, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is that?
Because his mother's, she's going through it right now. She's pillow to post. She don't have a known address. She has a mailing address, but I don't think she lives there. And she didn't call him for Christmas or New Year's. So I figure she's just not a candidate to be a parent right now. She's back on drugs.
And how do you know she's on drugs?
Because she has no residence or no job. She's just living
And does she have a prior hit?
Yes, ma'am.
Does she have a prior history of using drugs?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And
ma'am.
does she have a prior history of arrest in Harris County for possession of a controlled substance?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know if she was convicted of any of those prior arrests for drug possession?
I think she had deferred probation and then she completed it.
Okay. And based on those facts, are you asking the court to allow her to be the possessory conservator?
Can you repeat the question?
That's a right of visitation, sir. You asking
Yes,
that she have a right of visitation?
Yeah, a supervised, yes, sir.
All right.
So you're asking the court to allow you to supervise visits for the mom and the child.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that's in the best interest of the child?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where Miss Harper currently works?
No, ma'am. We haven't had contact with her since November.
Okay. Do you know if she has any other children that she's obligated to pay support for or that live with her?
I don't believe they live with her. The CPS took them and gave her to her brother. But I think she still pays child support for him.
Okay. So you understand if we don't know where she works and if she doesn't have any other children, we're going to ask the court to order child support based on minimum wage at 20% of that net resources, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how is the child covered under health insurance?
I have Medicaid for him.
And you understand the court is going to order you to maintain that health insurance?
I'm
Yes,
sorry,
ma'am.
you broke up on that, Ms. Sherman. Repeat the question.
Sorry. And Mr. Collins, do you understand the court is going to order you to maintain that health insurance for your child?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order that Ms. Harper reimburse the state at $57 a month beginning February 1
Yes, ma'am.
for the health? Okay. And you understand that any uncovered health insurance cost will be the responsibility of each parent?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order current child support be set at $217 a month beginning February 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order back child support from August 17th of 2020 when you came into possession of the child until today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the court to base that as well on minimum wage in the amount of $3,908.88 paid at
Yes, ma'am.
$70.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That time since you've had possession of the child, you're stating to the court that Ms. Harper has not provided any financial support for the child, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And if court costs are billed, who should pay those, you or Ms. Harper?
Ms. Harper.
And have you reviewed and signed this order today?
Yes, I did.
Is this order in the best interest of your child?
It is. Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to approve this order?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Collins,
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
All right, who's handling the Jordan and Hall children?
That'll be me, Judge. I'll be handling that case.
All right, this is cause number 2008-19999 in the interest of Ariana Jordan, Amina, and Anthony Hall. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Tanya Jordan, I'm their mother.
All right, so your name and your relationship to the children.
Rahman Hall. I'm the father of two of the children. The third one is not mine. Ariana Jordan is not of my biological bloodline.
Okay, and representing the state.
Luis Regla.
All right, and what are we doing today, Mr. Regla?
Judge, originally we had filed this as a petition to modify and confirm arrears. The only thing we're going to proceed on is on the confirmation of arrears and whether, how much the balance will be that the mother releases as to those arrears. Everything else will be abandoned. And the father has now requested another reset in this case so that he can hire an attorney. And I object and the mom objects.
Okay, let's see. There's been a previous reset given the father, is that correct?
The case was set in February of last year, but that was when the power outage happened. And so I don't know if it'd be fair to count that as a reset date because we didn't actually have court that day.
Okay, and
And that's the issue, Judge.
okay, hold on just a second.
Yes, sir.
Let me look at the record here.
Sorry, Judge, to answer your question, no, we have not had a reset to hire an attorney.
All right.
I think court was canceled that day.
Mr. Hall? Are you
Yes,
there?
sir.
You've had over a year and 3 months to hire an attorney. You were served on October 9th, 2020.
Yes. So what happened was I was not clear based on the reset because when the reset originally happened last year in February, then the freeze happened. I did retain legal counsel, but then everything was reset. So when I received the notice about this court hearing, I thought it was another mediation. I didn't know it was an actual, I don't know the legal term for it, but making a decision. So I have not had time or, the funds to prep for legal counsel. So,
well, wait a minute. You told me you hired an attorney back in February.
yes, I had retained an attorney back in February of last year. Yes.
Well, okay. Now, did you pay him?
No, I haven't.
Well, of course he did. He's not your attorney. He didn't file an answer. I don't see an answer from any attorney here, sir.
Correct, because I was waiting for the courts to release the information for us to proceed. So I did reach out to a legal firm, but there was nothing. We couldn't find any of the information because of the freeze.
All right, sir. This matter has been on file for way too long. It was filed in May of 2020. You got notice.
It was not brought to my attention, though.
Yes, it was in October of 2020. So I'm denying your request for continuance to hire an attorney. Now you can either come to an agreement with the Attorney General's office if you'd like to see if you can negotiate an agreement, or I'll have to make the decision, the final decision on this matter.
I'm not sure how to negotiate or what would I negotiate with the Attorney General's office? This is completely new to me.
You're going to try to negotiate with the Attorney General's office, is what you're saying?
No, I don't understand how that works. I don't understand. That.
All right, Mr. Regla, what you're asking for what now?
The state's requesting that we do an order confirming the remaining balance. The
Of what?
mothers of the arrears that are owed in this case of, I think it was 40,431 and 73 cents.
All right,
As of
all right,
May of last year.
so that's what you're going to be negotiating with Mr. Hall. The Attorney General's office says you owe 40,000, whatever. The mother can release whatever amount that she would like to release, but that's what you'll be negotiating. Or I can make the decision, one or the other. Would you like to try to negotiate a settlement?
I would.
All right, then we'll recess for negotiations.
Okay.
Thank
And Maria, if you can hear us, would you mind putting us in a room? Or if, Maria, if you can hear me, it's fine if we can stay here, we can do that too.
Is it reset for right now? Is that what we're doing?
No, a recess means a short